Okay, so let's begin with the financial statement and then the income preparation and all that with respect to how to prepare the income statement. So let us remind ourselves of the basic things that we need to know when it gets to the examination hall. All right, so first and foremost, what is income statement? What is let's talk about financial statement in general. Okay. So according to IES 1, we talk about the preparation and presentation of the financial statement. Now, the financial statement can be divided into four. In the financial statement, you can have statement of financial performance, what we usually call the income statement. Then the next statement is called statement of financial position. What we used to call the balance sheet then. How about we call the cash flow statement? Cash flow statement, or which records the cash for the period. Then we have what we call the notes to the account, the notes to the account. Now you do all these things again when you get to level 400. So once you are studying them, just build on the basis. Now, in level 300 financial reporting one, we are preparing the income statement for a single entity, just one entity. And then when we get to level 400, we'll be preparing the financial statement for two or more entities. And that is what we call the consolidated account. So we'll be doing consolidated account and we'll be preparing financial statement for two or more entities. So you'll be combining or putting their statement together. If you appreciate the format from just the single entity, when we get to the combining entity, I will not need to repeat the format again, but then I will need to give you the guiding principles for which we can now prepare the consolidated financial statement. Okay, now having said this, these are the financial statements that we need to prepare. Under each of these financial statements, there is an element. So under the statement of financial performance, we know that the element that we can find under the statement of financial performance, the element in the statement of financial performance are, yes, we have the income and then we have the expenses. When you come to the statement of financial position, you have your assets, you have your liabs, and then you have your equity. When you go to public sector, we don't say equity, we say accumulated fund. So this financial statement, though we are doing for accounting using the International Financial Reporting Standard and the International Accounting Standards, when we get to public sector, we're doing that for the public entities using the IPSAS, International Public Sector Accounting Standard, IPSAS. So it follows the same trend, assets, liabilities, but then instead of saying equity in that account, we'll be saying accumulated fund. Then when you come to cash flow statement, it had always been three activities. So the three activities had been operating. We have the investing, and then we have the financing. These are the items. When you come to the note to account, all you need to write is to tell us the basics of accounting you are using. Are there any adjustments in that statement? Do we have anything like um I wanted to use public sector, forgive me. So do you have anything like depreciation? Okay. So these are the elements that I want to mention under each of these statements that we have. Now, each of these statements has a format. So I always advise students that when you get to the examination hall, the first thing you need to do on your first sheet is to start by writing the format. You know, The format is always the format. If you go and there is no elements there, you put in dash. It doesn't take anything away from you. Are you together?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that when you get to the examination hall and the question is presented to you, the first thing you need to do is to read the requirement. So just like this question, the first thing is for you to read the requirement. It says prepare a statement of profit or loss for Kofi Bedu for the year ended 30th April, 2019. And then prepare a statement of financial position. So you know what you are doing first. You are doing the first one, which is the statement of financial performance, which is the same as the profit or loss. But then in whose name are you preparing this thing for? Kofi Bedu. And what is the currency they are using here? They are using the Ghana cedi. So quickly, you start your account on a fresh page by doing this. So I'm skipping the elements here. I'm going to write them on a new page for you. So maybe Kofi Bedu. Some of you write in the books of Kofi Bedu, or you can write Kofi Bedu Limited or Kofi Bedu, and then you underline it beautifully. So those who are going to write in the books of Kofi Bedu, you are not wrong. In the books, you know, these things that I'm telling you fetch marks in the examination hall. So you need to neatly underline it, and then you write A. The A aspect of the question says statement of what? Statement of profit or loss for the year ended So even before you start answering the question, you are scoring some ticks. For the year ended 30th April 2019. Okay. So you neatly underline it too. Sorry. You neatly underline it and then you look for a currency. So the Ghana cedis, you can do it 2 times because you might be preparing your expenses under one and be preparing the revenues under one for neatly presentation. Now, when you do it this way, you are getting some text already. So you start by writing everything in the format. You know what your revenue is. So I'm going to write the format out for you. So we have sales. We have less sales returns. Another name for sales return is what? Return what? Outwards. Are you with me? No, sorry. It's return inwards. Because you sold to the person and the person doesn't like it and the person is returning it. So the thing is coming inward. So another name for sales return is called return inward. And when you less the return inward, the sales, you get what we call the net sales. Please, these are very important to write. Okay. Because even if you read the question and then you're not getting sales return inward, just put there 0 or put there dash. You are not going to be marked wrong. So quickly, once the question is given to you, don't even bother reading everything first. You can write the format down. If it's a statement of profit or loss account that you're going to prepare, write down the format and make some allowances. When I say allowances, after writing net sales, give like 2 lines. Then you come and write less cost of sales. Less cost of sales. Now, what constitutes your cost of sales? What constitutes your cost of sales? It starts with what we call an opening inventory or opening stock. So if you don't see opening inventory and you see opening stock, please, it is the same thing. It is the same thing. I beg you. So those of you who would be asking questions like, say, I didn't see opening stock in the question. So what do I do? Please, there will be an opening inventory. Even if there is no opening inventory, they would use the date to differentiate it for you. Now, just like you are doing for 2019, it means that it began from 31st. It began from, is it 20th April? Was the question 20th April? 30th, sorry.